Hello everyone. So in this particular class, I am going to explain you everything about this JL Botany and Zoology. Many students are having many kind of a doubts how the classes will be conducted, when the syllabus can be finished, and most importantly, how to attend the classes, and what are the better ways to prepare for this particular exam. Everything I am going to answer in this particular class. I'm requesting every student who are preparing for the TSPSC JL Botany and Zoology, please watch this class till the end. Okay, so first let's talk about the timetable, and most importantly when we are going to complete the syllabus. See friends, listen every one of you very carefully. If you look into your syllabus of the JL Botany, the people who has given the exam in the 2016 or before that, please completely forget that kind of a pattern. Okay, so we don't get that kind of a very simple, straightforward and direct questions. Okay, so now you can get the questions which is completely PG level, and most importantly you will get the questions in the form of a statements. You can get the questions in the form of a matching. You can get a little bit of analytical questions also, because we are having a difficult chapters. Now listen, how to study this particular syllabus. Okay, how many months it will take to complete the syllabus, and how many hours you people has to study for this. So now listen to me and please follow me very strictly. So if you look into the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, as well as the unit 5, friends, these 5 units, if you read Telugu Academy books, that is more than sufficient. You can answer any kind of a question. If you are reading this 5 units a very depth, unnecessarily you are wasting the time. You no need to read very depth of these things. I want you people to majorly focus on the Telugu Academy level only, right? So if you look into the chapter 1, phycology, mycology, bacteria, as well as the viruses, listen, what kind of questions we can expect. Everyone remember, suppose let me take you an example of a bacteria. The questions will be from either from the structure of the bacteria or the nutritional types followed by the bacteria. Most importantly, the reproduction parameters of the bacteria, and what are the major functions of the plasmid which we are getting isolated from the bacteria. And what about the viruses? When we are reading the viruses, we have to study the structure of the viruses, type of the viruses, what kind of genetic material is present in the viruses. Most importantly, the use of several microbes in the medicine, agriculture, and environment. From here only we can expect, application based questions. And when it comes to the phycology and mycology, if you read Telugu Academy level as well as the NCRT level, you can answer any kind of a question. What we have to read, whether it is the phycology or mycology, we have to study the structure. Most importantly, we have to study the classification. Most importantly, we have to study the examples, and very importantly, we have to follow the reproduction parameters and their medicinal value as well as the economic importance. Apart from this, you people no need to read anything at all in this particular unit 1. And when it comes to the unit 2, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperms, friends, I can use the word the unit 2, unit 3, these two are a kind of a rigid topics. What do you mean by the word rigid topics, friends? Because you people no need to read very depth of the concept, but I want you people to remember abundant amount of the concepts. You have to memorize many things, you have to remember many things. So when it comes to the bryophyta, you have to study entire morphology, you have to study the structure, you have to study the reproduction, most importantly almost all the classification of bryophytes. When it comes to the pteridophytes, same morphology, anatomy, reproduction, and all the categories I want you to study very elaboratively. Same with the gymnosperm. But what they have done, you just see here, instead of keeping the angiosperms in the same unit, what they have done, they have given the angiosperm as the different unit. So what you have to understand, from the angiosperms, there is a great chance that you can expect the more number of questions. When it comes to the silent features, taxonomic tools, angiosperm classification, these are all very easy. Where you people has to feel little difficulty is only in the families. You have to study, friends, nearly 9 to 10 families. Very briefly and very elaboratively, you people has to study. Now, when it comes to the plant anatomy and embryology, friends, it is very easy. Trust my words, you will get a very direct questions you will get here about the floral characteristics, about the pollination mechanism, about the microsporogenesis, role of the tapetum, pollen development, gene expression, sperm dimorphism, hybrid seed production, right? Endosperm development, seed dormancy, bud dormancy, how the plants are going to overcome the seed dormancy, what are the type of leaf differentiation, what are the type of phyllotaxis. You will get very straightforward and direct questions only from this. So what book you have to study? Strictly follow the Telugu Academy book. Trust me, beyond the Telugu Academy book, you never get any kind of a question, including this fifth unit also. Fifth unit, you have to study little bit, what we can say that, little bit general topics also, especially when we are studying the in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. We have to study the recent information. See, you all people studied what are the top 10 national parks in India, what kind of animals are protected over there, what is their conservation status. But what you people have to study is, we have to study with respect to the Telangana also, as well as with respect to the India also. What are the various strategies to protect in situ conservation? What are the strategies to protect the ex situ conservation also? And we have to study different organizations which are involved in these particular strategies for the conservation. We have to study very briefly and very elaboratively about these also. So friends, till this fifth unit, you people strictly dependent on the Telugu Academy book. You people no need to read beyond that anything. If you are studying, you are wasting the time. Now, when it comes to the unit 6, unit 7, unit 8, unit 9 and 10, listen my statements very correctly. These all the units are very depth you have to study. Very depth you have to study. Okay. Now listen, how to study these topics. When it comes to the ecology, the chapter of ecology seems to be very easy. But you don't get a very simple questions like name of the pyramid. You don't get a simple questions like definition of the ecological succession. You don't get a very simple question like which of the following pollutant is the major depleting chemical of air pollution. This kind of small questions never get. You will get a little bit of depth of the questions. An example, when you are reading a population interactions or a population characteristics, which we can call population ecology, very depth you have to study. You have to study with respect to the graphical questions also. When you are reading the interactions, commensalism, amensalism, mutualism, predation, parasitism, competition, many kind of examples you have to read. Because if you read only one example, we can't crack the question. For every interaction, we have to study at least 5 to 6 examples. And if you read the ecological succession, I really don't know how you people studied the ecological succession topic in your degree level. But here you have to study very depth of the ecological succession. Very kind of logical questions can be expected. And when it comes to the biotic and abiotic interaction, you will get a very straightforward question. When it comes to the habitat and niche, allopatric, sympatric speciation, you will get a kind of analytical questions. A small experimental based question. Experimental based question doesn't mean that you're going to get a big experiment. So they already performed the experiment. They already got the result. They are just asking us to analyze the result. They are just asking us whether the result is correct or not. Very straightforward questions, but which are little tricky. And ecosystem organization. Remember my words correctly. Here we have to study about all the type of ecosystem, all the type of food chain, all the type of food webs, all the type of food pyramids, all the geochemical cycles. And we have to study majorly about the productivity, primary productivity, secondary productivity, gross productivity, net productivity, all we have to study. This is also a tough concept. Biodiversity. Friends, here you will get more number of questions. Name of the organism which are under the red list data, name of the organisms which are getting extinct, IUCN categories of threat, what are the various global patterns, what are the various hotspots in India, everything we will get. When it comes to the air pollution, water pollution, friends, you can get a direct question, especially from the name of the chemicals only. An example, which of the following is the major gas that contributes greenhouse effect? What every student will give the answer, everyone will give the answer, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a major contributor, there is no doubt about it, with respect to the concentration. In the greenhouse gases, the carbon dioxide is the one which is present in the highest concentration, is it? But friends, when you look into the effect, which gas causes major effect for the global warming or what we can say, air pollution, especially friends, and especially for the greenhouse effect, which is the chlorofluorocarbon. Right. There's a great difference between the carbon dioxide and chlorofluorocarbon. Carbon dioxide is with respect to the concentration. Chlorofluorocarbon is with respect to the effect. So there are different kinds of questions we can expect. So for this, you people read the Telugu Academy, but follow whatever the PowerPoint presentation that I am going to give to all of you. And friends, now when it comes to the cell biology, remember my words. From very basic to the very advanced level, I want every student has to read in this particular cell biology chapter. What we have to read in the cell biology? Anyway, we are going to start from tomorrow. Listen my statements. We have to read all the cell organelle, every single organelle, starting from the plasma membrane till the cytoskeleton. Every organelle structure, every organelle function, most importantly, friends, how organelles are involved in the protein synthesis, what are their transportation mechanism, everything we have to study. Apart from that, cell cycle and apoptosis. And most of the people, whenever I am teaching the cancer biology, no one is reading. Sir, we don't have the cancer biology, why we are teaching? So no one will never understand the syllabus correctly. Everyone is so much excited. No one having a patience. Okay. If you want to crack the competitive exam, friends, you should require a wonderful patience. If you don't have a patience, trust my words, I'm not discouraging anyone. You can't crack the exam. You require a wonderful patience. You have to analyze the syllabus correctly, what teachers are teaching, how to study, everything you have to follow in a systematic and disciplinary way. Okay. So cell cycle, it's a regulation and apoptosis mechanism. It seems to be very small, but it's a very big topic, right? And so cell biology is a very big topic. Now you listen, in the cell biology only, actually we use it to study the heterochromatin, euchromatin, chromatin organization. But in your JL Botany, what they have done, instead of keeping this in the cell biology, what they have done, okay, I think I have missed another unit here. They have kept that in the cytogenetics chapters. Okay, I just missed one more chapter called as cytogenetics. Friends, listen my statements. In your entire chapter, in your entire JL Botany, cytogenetics is the biggest chapter. Okay, why the cytogenetics is the biggest chapter? I will tell you why. Because in your syllabus, what they have done, in the single chapter, they have included complete genetics, they have included complete molecular biology, and they have completely included even, I mean to say, cell with respect to the chromatin organization. So what you have to remember, in one unit, they have covered 3 units. So in the genetics, you have to study multiple concepts, starting from a little bit about the, very little bit about the Mendelian principles. You have to study the structural and the numerical alteration. I will explain. You have to study the types of mutations. You have to study the type of inheritance. Apart from that, you have to study the replication, transcription, translation, protein synthesis, and gene regulation, especially in the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. They have just given a line, gene regulation in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. You know how big the topic is? We have to study, many subtopics under that one particular topic. It's a very big unit, friends. And the chromatin organization is also very big. So I can tell you, in entire chapter, in entire syllabus, cytogenetics and plant physiology are the little, what we can say, the topics which you have to study very depth and very big chapters. Now you people look into the plant physiology. If you look into the plant physiology, see here, membrane transport, photochemistry, nitrogen metabolism, photobiology, plant growth regulator, flowering process. This 6 concept belongs to the plant physiology. But now everyone look into this. Fundamentals of enzymology, respiration and lipid metabolism. These 2 belongs to what, friends? These 2 belongs to the biochemistry. You know how big this is? Respiration and lipid metabolism, you have to study glycolysis, Krebs cycle. Electron transport chain you have to study, pentose phosphate pathway you have to study, glyoxylate cycle, and most importantly structure of all the lipid metabolism, lipid catabolism, everything we have to study. Only this thing will take a 15 to 20 classes minimum it will take 15 classes. And what about the enzymology will take another 6 to 7 classes. So remember my statements correctly, friends. In this particular plant physiology, this will only take more than 30 hours of classes. Then you people try to imagine how depth you have to study, right? Then when it comes to the biotechnology and genetic engineering, it is a kind of a straightforward chapter only, but you have to study many things. See here in the biotechnology, they have included complete rDNA technology. They have included plant tissue culture and organogenesis. They have included, most importantly, they have included applications. They have included genetic engineering of plants also, not the animals. So how they framed the syllabus, different subjects they have included in one big unit, and they framed the syllabus. And what I am observing with most of the students, listen my statements, don't, I'm not discouraging anyone, but I'm just saying that this is not the way of preparation. Everyone is super excited. Okay, everyone is very much excited and everyone is very much emotional to crack the exam. But what everyone is lacking, no one having a proper schedule, no one is having a proper method of preparation, no one is not understanding how much we have to study and what kind of topics we have to skip. No one is reading that, no one is understanding that. Everyone is just blindly following the syllabus. That is not the way to prepare for the competitive exam. You are not preparing for a theory exam in your college where you can by heart and you can replicate the same thing in the exam. Here you have to use your brain. Here you have to use your intelligence. When your intelligence will work, when you have a good command on the subject, if you want to learn very depth of the concept, there is only one principle, that is patience followed by passion and most important persistence or consistency. You should be very patient throughout the classes, and you have to read very honestly whatever the work that we give. Most importantly, friends, you have to study consistently. If you study 1 month and if you neglect remaining time, you never crack the exam. Let me tell you one interesting statement. How much excitement that you are having during the first day of your preparation, the same excitement you have to follow till the end of your preparation. That is called a real preparation. You have to maintain the same anxiety, the same excitement, the same enthusiasm till the end of the exam. Then you can crack it. Now, when it comes to the syllabus, when I am going to finish, now every student listen, I don't explain to anyone once again. Okay, so follow me correctly. Right now, I have started plant physiology as well as the cytogenetics. I will be covering Unit 6, Unit 7, Unit 8, Unit 9, Unit 10, which are the toughest concept, which you have to read the very depth. So in this particular cytogenetics, we have studied the cell signaling and a little bit about the cancer biology. And some students are asking, sir, should we read the cell signaling and cancer compulsory? I am using the word yes, you have to read. If you neglect this unnecessarily, you are losing 1 or 2 questions. Listen my statements correctly. And in the plant physiology, I have finished the photosynthesis. Remember, friends, I have finished nitrogen metabolism. I have finished hormones. There is a little part of hormones is still left. And we are doing the secondary metabolites. Only 4 subtopics I have finished. Now, listen, from tomorrow onwards, the new course is starting. So, whomever the students are joining from tomorrow, my sincere request to all of you, you people has to watch the recorded of these classes compulsory. There is a no doubt I will explain these topics once again in the revision. If I explain the same topic once again right now, what is the use? We will be lacking of our syllabus. I want to finish the entire syllabus by the month of April ending. I want we to do the vigorous revision of all the concepts. Then only you people can crack the exam. If anyone wants to crack the exam, follow me strictly. If you want to study on your own, please study. There's no problem. But if you need any guidance, I am always there to help you. But if you're studying with me, follow me correctly. Okay. If you have any kind of a doubts, you can ask me 24/7. But my only request is that follow me consistently. Okay, don't confuse with your preparation. When I say you have to read this particular topic, you have to read. Don't use the word that said that line was not there in the syllabus. Should I read that or not? If something is not there in the syllabus, why will I encourage you to read? Why will I encourage? I never encourage you to read, because it's complete waste of time for you as well as me also. I don't teach the topic which is not there for exam. And most importantly, I never touch the topic which is not there in the syllabus, which is not important for the exam. I never touch, because it's completely waste of time. We should read in a systematic way. Okay. Now, whatever the information I am giving to all of you, just listen to me carefully. Out of 10 units, tell me friends, an average, I'm using the word an average, how many number of questions we can get from every single unit? From every single unit, we can expect 12 to 15. 12 to 15 questions we can expect on an average from every single unit. Now you can ask me, sir, is there any chance that I can skip any one unit? No. I never encourage you to read any unit. Leave any unit. Especially from unit 6 to 10, the question number will be increasing more. Sometimes it will be 16. Example like a plant physiology chapter, cytogenetics chapter, cell biology chapter, number of questions will increase more and more, right? But an average from every chapter, we will get 12 to 15 questions compulsory. So we have to read the 10 subunits, and we have to give little extra importance to the 6 to 10 units when compared to the 1 to 5. But we have to study everything, right? So friends, now listen. From tomorrow onwards, whomever joining the classes, just blindly follow me. Tomorrow is what? Wednesday. That right? So tomorrow the date is 18th January, Wednesday. Okay, 18th January, Wednesday. What we are starting? Whatever the plant physiology we have already started, I am doing the continuation. So tomorrow we are starting with the transport mechanism. So remember everyone, morning 6 a.m. you are having the plant physiology chapter. Okay, and 11:30 a.m. we will be starting. Remember everyone, we will be starting with cell biology. So every single day you have to attend 6 a.m. also. Every single day you have to attend the 11:30 a.m. also, compulsory. There is no doubt about it. Next, from the 19th January onwards, that is from Thursday onwards, every day you will be having 3 classes. 6 a.m. will be the plant physiology class, and 11:30 a.m. will be the cell biology class. And especially we are going to finalize the time depending on you people convenience, either 7 or 7:30 p.m. you will be having a plant anatomy and embryology class. So per day, from the Thursday onwards, per day, every student has to attend 3 classes compulsory. I know many people are already working. Many people don't have a good amount of time. So remember, even though you don't have a time, you can access all the recorded 24/7. 24/7 you can access all the PowerPoint presentations also, but I want you to follow me very, very strictly. If I take 3 classes every single day, so first 4 units can be taught by another teacher who is a botany expert, and I will teach the remaining core concepts which are extremely difficult, right? Now, once we finish the syllabus by April 30th, most probably our exam is in the month of July. So by May and June, we will do the vigorous revision of all the topics once again. Most important topics for the exam point of view, we will do the vigorous revision. And listen, when it comes to the test, the moment chapter is over, you will be having from every chapter you will be having 100 MCQs exactly with respect to your JL pattern question paper from every chapter. Once the entire syllabus is over, you will be having total of 5 to 7 mock tests, exactly the pattern of the JL. So this is the schedule that I want you to follow. Now, when it comes to the net and set, now remember my words correctly. Sir, should we prepare for the set net along with the JL or not? See friends, I never ever discourage anyone. But my suggestion is, see, let's talk very practically. If you are only preparing for the JL, number of positions are low, competition is extremely high. So we never know, even though you lose 2 to 3 marks, you can't get the JL with respect to your category. See, if you qualify the JL, you will just become a lecturer up to intermediate level. See, if your goal is that one, I never stop anyone. But what I'm requesting, if you're really honest and if you want to settle in the professor level or in the degree level, degree college level, see, that is what we need. You people completed the post graduation and you're having this much of experience. And if you just settled with the JL, it won't be good. If your ultimate aim is that, I never stop you, but what I'm saying is think deep, because the syllabus is almost similar. So you people no need to pay me a single rupee extra. Whomever joined for the JL, I will teach them for the net exam also, as well as the set exam also. So remember my words. Suppose you could listen my statements. If you could not crack the JL, if you could not crack the net also in the first attempt, mark my words, I don't take you single rupee from anyone. I will teach you once again 6 months freely until you crack any competitive exam. Okay, it's my promise. Okay, so I am giving you the assurance. If you sincerely follow my lessons, 135 to 140 questions you can answer very easily without doubt. But it depends on your preparation level, depending on how nicely you are understanding the concept, how effectively you are applying your knowledge. Okay, now another very important point. See, when I'm teaching the plant physiology, when I'm teaching the cell biology, when I'm teaching the biochemistry, when I'm teaching the cytogenetics, I will always teach with respect to the net level only. Why? Because you have to read that PG level. If you just read your basic level, you never crack a single question also. Right? So that's what I always encourage all of you to read for the net also. You don't need to pay me anything extra. Right? So before joining, I want everyone to watch this video. And if you have any kind of a doubts, you can message me on the WhatsApp. Thank you all. Thank you.